This video was prompted by an old friend of mine. Phil, it's always good to hear from you, buddy. And he asked me the question last week of, as a Christian, is it okay to occasionally doubt God? It's something that I do think most people experience in some form or another at some point in their lives. Whether it's after a natural disaster or after a death in the family, or I'm sure there are many people experiencing it right now after the recent mass shooting in Texas and the other acts of violence recently. Or maybe even in just your day-to-day reflection, when you're standing in the shower, pondering the meaning of life, and the question may occasionally come to your mind of, what if God doesn't exist? What if I am just believing in an invisible nothing? As humans, God gave us free will, which includes freedom of thought, which means that we have the freedom to discern for ourselves what we believe. God doesn't want slaves. He doesn't want automatic faith. He wants us to genuinely believe. And the fact that he's given us that freedom to choose is an immense show of love. The fact that he sent his son to die for us, knowing that we might choose not to believe in him or to love him back, that's a love like no other. So free will and freedom of thought allow doubt to happen. And to further show that it's okay, read through the Bible. Like half the Psalms are Psalms of lament. Read through Job, Ecclesiastes, Habakkuk. There's all kinds of lament and discouragement and doubt. So if you're ever in a moment of doubting God's existence and goodness, you're biblically not alone. Now the question might be, what does it mean to doubt? What's the significance of it? Because as a person of faith, it seems almost wrong to be in a state of doubt or disbelief. But I think there can be a spiritual growth that comes from it, because doubt leads to questions. Your perception of what you thought God to be is changed, so you seek knowledge. Because we're human beings, we like to know stuff, so you want to learn more. So you read and you ask questions and you dive in deeper to your faith to figure out, what do I believe and why do I believe it? And in that pursuit of knowledge, we often come to find a deeper understanding of God's love and goodness. And that doubt ultimately helps us to deepen our faith and grow closer to God. If you find yourself in a place of doubt, know that it's okay. It's almost natural. But take it as a challenge to find out more. Dive in deeper to figure out what you believe. Read. Go to church. Spend time in nature. Spend time in prayer. Reflect. Ask questions. Ask questions to religious people, to ministers, but more so, ask questions to the faithful people around you. Challenge them to establish what their beliefs are too, and together you can grow in faith and understanding. And know that above all, God's going to love you unconditionally. And he sent his son into the world, the Word made flesh, Jesus Christ, that we might come to know him. And by looking to Jesus as an example of love, we might come to know and understand the goodness and love of God.